All right, Mark, let me play devil's advocate here, okay? The question on people's minds, why is Smartmatic even still here in the Philippines? After reports that it had violated provisions of the election automated law, number one, for example, that it was never supposed to be allowed to bid in the 2010 elections because it did not actually own the software. Dominion Voting Systems owned the software. Plus the difficulty which Smartmatic had to put the COMELEC through just in order to access the source code. Issues like that. Your thoughts? People say we should not be subjected to Smartmatic again this time around.
Well, look, I think that's competitors who say that. You know, the fact is, yes, part of our technology is licensed from Dominion, but you tell me a large technology company which isn't using, in part, licenses from other companies, and we have a license for the international use of that particular piece of the technology that we employ. But, you know, we are a manufacturing and technology R&D company. We have hundreds of people who are doing R&D and hundreds more involved in manufacture. These are our systems, and you know, the fact is we are proud of the way we've transformed election performance in the Philippines.
So Mark, let me just cut in there and ask you, the license issued by Dominion for you to use their proprietary software, that is a live license, it's an active license. It has not been revoked.
No.
Okay,
No.
all right. Go ahead, yeah.
No, so listen, I mean, I think the point that one constantly comes back to is, you know, I knew this country when elections took weeks and when people didn't necessarily believe the result was an honest one. I stood out in 1986 outside the election headquarters watching the COMELEC vote then, when young Marcos loyalists came out and wept in front of the high altar of Basilan Church and said, you know, we were forced to miscount the vote. The Philippines has a history where this has happened. When the election of President Aquino, the result didn't take weeks, lives were not lost, it took hours, and the result was credibly accepted by the country. And I think that transformation, where a political establishment that was used to the vote's just the beginning, not the end of the bargaining process as to who's president, has had difficulty accepting that this thing has been stripped away from them, that now it really is one man, one woman, one vote. And the Philippines should be very proud in that sense of having the most advanced election system in Asia.